Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to introduce our special guests. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. President Dr. Ali Hushman. Rowan University Board of Trustees, Dr. Barbara Chamberlain, Mr. Robert Posnick, Mr. Arbery Singleton, Student Trustee, and our distinguished guests, Ms. Amanda Ashworth, Keynote Speaker, Senator James Beach, Gloucester County Freeholder Dan Christie, Camden County Freeholder Mr. William Moen Jr., also a member of the Alumni Board, Mr. Jack Tarditi from the Foundation Board, Mr. Toby Broom from the Alumni Board, Ms. Sandy Maxwell from the Alumni Board, Ms. Denise Williams, the CWA President, Mr. Daniel Cardona, the SGA President, and members of the Cabinet, Deans, College Advisory Boards, faculty, and other senior members of the administration. Last but not least, there are two very important constituencies that must be recognized as well. Students, please rise and face the people most important in your life. Parents, partners, brothers, sisters, and loved ones who have provided support and resources to help bring us to this day. Applaud them as you're ready to graduate. Secondly, please recognize your Rowan family, the faculty, staff, and administrators who share in your pride and success today. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Bob Posnick, and I'm the Secretary of the Rowan University Board of Trustees. It is my pleasure to welcome the 2017 graduates of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences and the School of Earth and Environment, your families and friends, to Rowan University on behalf of faculty, staff, and administrators. I am especially pleased to welcome my own family as we watch one of our sons walk today. I was thinking about what remarks would be appropriate today and hopefully useful for you as you enter a new phase of your life. And I thought about a young man I met many years ago who left a lasting impression on me, and his name was Joe. I was interviewing candidates for a management trainee position at a bank where I worked at the time. And during the process, I interviewed Joe. He was not especially impressive in the interview. Smart, intelligent, friendly, but I was going to go in another direction. He just lacked something during that interview process, and I was going to go with another candidate. Later that afternoon, I was leaving the office, and I got a phone call, and they said, "It's Joe on the phone for you." I took the call, and this is what left a lasting impression on me. He said, "Mr. Posnick, I don't know if I'm your first choice, but I want you to know and have no doubt in your mind that no one is going to outwork me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be successful, and I'm going to do a better job than anyone else. I just need you to give me a chance." I thought about it that night and the next morning, and you know what? I gave Joe the job. He did a great job for me and for many others, and he had a successful 30-plus year career in banking, rising to an executive level position just before he retired. I tell you this to illustrate what you need to be successful as you enter your careers. I know you walk away today with an exceptional degree, but you must bring more to the table. Bring the things that Joe demonstrated to me: excitement, energy, interest, confidence. Education and skills do matter, make no mistake, but so do attitude and drive. Attitude is everything. I encourage you to be the person willing to go the extra mile and stand out from the crowd. Show that in your interviews, show that in your lives, take charge. Class of 2017, congratulations on your achievement. I am sure throughout your personal and professional lives, you no doubt will have a wide range of talents and gifts. One of my gifts, frankly, is reading people's minds. Right now, about 90% of you are thinking, I hope he doesn't have much more to say. And the other 10% are thinking about what they're going to order at the restaurant of their choice after ceremonies. So I'll end with this. I wish you the very best of luck, and remember Joe. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. I am Ali Hushman, President of Rowan University, and I'm enormously excited to be here. I promise I'm not taking you back to your classes, whether it was science or humanities. That said, I think one of the words that define today is momentum. Class of 2017 of College of Humanities and Social Sciences and School of Earth and Environment, you are on the move, and I echo the congratulations on reaching this major milestone. You have demonstrated momentum from the start of your academic career. You have been the picture of energy individually and collectively, and a true body in motion. You have attended classes, conducted research, completed internship, joined and led organizations, started business, won awards, been invited to join prestigious organizations, presented at conferences. You have studied and traveled abroad and volunteered, helped others on and off campus. In short, you have excelled. In doing so, you have enhanced our university. Consider this: our Board of Trustees oversees policy. Our professors teach and work with you. Our staff support you. But graduates, you are who people think of when they think of Rowan. And especially today, this afternoon, I'm going to go off script a little bit and talk about especially the humanities and social scientists. And you listen to some of the pundits out there that they are attacking this major and they're questioning its validity. And let me tell you, as an engineer who didn't have the privilege of taking enough humanities and social sciences, I really always in my life felt a void. But especially today, where the world is so fast and the kind of business and the jobs that you or probably your children are going to occupy don't even exist yet. And the notion that 20 or 30 years ago you would have gone to school and gotten a degree and started a job and stayed there until retirement, those days are over. And in my view, the only group of students and graduates who are ready for today's world, who can put different hats on, who can move from one job to another, and who can retool themselves, are the people who have been exposed to all of education. What I love about the humanities is that it teaches the whole person. It prepares the whole person for today's complex society. And for all of those reasons, I am enormously grateful to our faculty members to train the future leaders of this country, you people, and I wish you a great success. You are the biggest accomplishment of every board member, administrator, professor, and a staff member here today. You really are. Because when I came today and I spoke with a number of people, and every year it happens, when I come to this occasion, it's the happiest day of my career. When I see virtually every single individual who comes to this campus and throughout this great country, you see a smile on their faces. Because the parents, what is so important to parents, to me, to you? You raise your children, you work very, very hard, you try to provide to them, and the greatest wish that you have is for them to be successful and go out there and be productive. And when you see them in here, proud graduates, ready to go and start functioning and leading this great country to greatness and further greatness, it's very, very gratifying. So, parents, I too am very grateful to you, first of all, for trusting your greatest asset to us 4, 5, 6 years ago, and congratulate you for having your sons and daughters back as productive, hopefully, taxpayers. Very important. You may have taken for granted the motion, the force, the drive that Rowan demonstrates, given that they have been constant during your higher education career. Think about this. Those of you who attended schools here during the last 6 years have watched us co-found one medical school and integrate another one into our institution. Now, let's put that into perspective. 35 years before that, before we started, we embarked on Cooper Medical School of Rowan University. There wasn't one single medical school created, established in this country. Remember, there are 4,000 universities, and many of them have got plenty of resources to start medical school. But embarking on a monumental task of creating a medical school and see it to accreditation is a daunting task. But this university, this staff, this faculty, and these students, and this community has the wisdom and wherewithal and the courage to take massive risks and see it to success. And 2 years after we established our medical school, we got yet another massively daunting task of integrating the second medical school from former UMDNJ. And we did that brilliantly without spending a penny of the taxpayers and consultants. And we are now one of only 2 universities among more than 4,000 in this great nation that has both allopathic and osteopathic medical school. And all of those really is what I was talking about when I talked about momentum. Because it was the momentum, it was the drive, it was the passion of the community called Rowan community, or Rowan family, who got us to this point, who turned a school that only 10 years ago was an average school into a comprehensive research university. And I'm so proud to say last week Carnegie classified us as a research university. And in every aspect that you can think of, this university has exploded. Think about it this way. 7 years ago, we had 10,000 students. Today, we have 17,300. This September will be over 18,000. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we only had $5 million in research. Today is 35 million. 7 years ago, we had average of $2 million in fundraising and advancement. Today's target is 38 million. 7 years ago, this university was easier. Let's say it was easier to get to this place. Now is a highly selective institution, highly selective, where we have increased by well over 100 points in SAT over the past 7 or 8 years. And I can go on and on and on. All you have to do is look around the buildings, the thousands of jobs that we've created. A town that really was very quiet turned it into a beautiful college town. All of it was as a result of momentum. What does that tell you as new graduates? That you're so fortunate, so lucky, so privileged to live in a country where if you have passion and if momentum behind you, sky is the limit. You can get anything you want. You can reach to any height that you want. And I am as an example of it. Being born in a family with 10 children when mom and dad couldn't even read or write, and I would go to bed many, many nights hungry, walking the streets with bare feet. And now look at me. I'm the president of a comprehensive research university in the United States of America. Only this country allows this. And I say that to you because I want you to know the possibilities that you have in front of you. It's enormous. And if you don't believe me, I urge you, each and every one of you, jump on a plane and go to anywhere else. Go to Europe, go to Far East, go to Middle East, go to Africa, and then come back to this country and kiss the floor because it's so great. It's great because it allows you to be successful. So for all of these things, I want you to know, now that you have the momentum, now that you have experienced momentum in this great institution, now that you have seen momentum in action, Take all of that and apply it to your work, because you, as graduates of Humanities and Social Sciences and the School of Earth and Environment, you are the future of this great country. And given that you live in this country with a degree from a great institution, the sky is the limit. I wish you all the best. I wish you a smile on your face for the rest of your very, very long life. Thank you for being here, and congratulations again.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Nawal Ammar, Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you our commencement speaker, Ms. Amanda Ashworth. A 2007 graduate of our College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Ms. Ashworth is quintessentially representative of it. Smart, inquisitive, accomplished, compassionate, and driven. During her time at Rowan, en route to a degree in English and Writing Arts, she received the Robert D. Ball Humanitarian Award for an experience in South Africa, where as part of the musical theater company, she took a vow of poverty, volunteered at AIDS clinics, and taught sex education to help limit the spread of disease. Since graduating, she's been a publisher at international publishing house Routledge, as well as a full-time and freelance writer and editor. A new mom, she's now focused not only on her family, but on building a home-based publishing business. As you'll read in her full bio in our commencement program, she's really made us proud since graduating 10 short years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Amanda Ashworth.
Thank you, Dr. Ammar and Rowan University for having me here today. I am truly honored to be speaking to you, and never imagined when I was sitting out there 10 years ago that I'd be up here today. Life is full of good surprises. And since I'm here and this moment is all about you, I just wanted to start off by saying congratulations, graduates. You've been incredibly industrious and deserve to be celebrated, especially because today you embark on the adventure of a lifetime. To steal a line from T.S. Eliot's poem, The Wasteland, this day is not a farewell to academia, your ideals, worldviews, and pedagogies about to be tested by you in the real world, or your intellectual freedom and creativity. Instead, it is the time to fare forward, voyagers, to use the gift of your education and your talents to make this world a better place, to dare to do the good that only you can do, which you will all do quite differently, despite the odds that are against you. I say the odds because, as you will soon encounter, if you haven't already, people will want you to become adults. I'm sure you've experienced the pressure to do so to date. If you have ever read The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, then you know that adults do not see the world like the childlike of heart do. Instead of seeing a drawing of an elephant that has swallowed a boa constrictor, they will see a hat. Despite all, it is your job going forward to keep your imagination alive, your morals intact, your childlike faith pure, and the reason for your existence ever steady. As soon you will encounter a world of compromise and dreams that have collected dust. The hat philosophy, as I call it, consists of several ideas of what the majority believe it means to be successfully adulted. Here are just a few. Get a well-paid job and impressive title so that you are esteemed. Acquire as much as you can so you are respected. Try to look like you did in your 20s forever so that you are prized. Do something novel so that you are considered interesting. And have fun on the weekends to forget we are all here by chance. Basically, the hat philosophy is a what's in it for me mentality. I could go on, but I'm not here to depress you. I'm here to inspire you. So today I want to let you in on the secret of true maturity or adulting. The world is really upside down. I'm here to tell you that you will only be a success if you remember this one truth: that there is a true story, a good story, the story you see inside despite what other narratives out there may exist. And you can only be a success if you fight to keep that story alive by what you give, not receive. This task will be the hardest task ever set before you. So let's talk about stories for a minute. Think about all your favorites. Les Miserables, perhaps, Romeo and Juliet, Beowulf, A Christmas Carol, The Great Gatsby, the Bible, Atlas Shrugged. There's a million jaw-dropping, gut-wrenching, fun-loving stories. And what do they all have in common? Of course, there are characters, protagonist and antagonist, setting, plot, conflict, resolution, and different genres: fiction, comedy, drama, horror, nonfiction, romance, satire, tragedy, fantasy, mythology. But all of them explore the truth about the human experience. That's why we love them and can glean from them and never get sick of them. And today you are here, each with your own story. You all had a middle, or now perhaps somewhere in the middle, or you had a beginning, or now perhaps somewhere in the middle, and one day we'll be near the end. You may be at the climax of your story or at the end of a chapter you can't stand. And just like every author, you have a storyline in mind. You see how you want the story to unfold, to turn out. And I'm quite confident that what may ever be the favorite literary genre of the day, you actually deep down want your story to be a fairy tale. Please correct me afterward if I am wrong. But I think, like me, you hope the good will prevail over evil, that you find eternal romance, that what you do every day excites you and makes a difference, that each character is important and plays its part. However, you are likely to forget all of this in the day-to-day in the adult world, with its pressures and concerns, and it's the day-to-day that makes up your life. As a publisher of behavioral science journals, I have had the privilege to study not only stories, but lives. And I'm realizing now that lives are made up by thoughts. Currently, neuroscientists and neuropsychologists are discovering how our thoughts, our self-talk, our social stories, and our meditations physically change our brains and affect the trajectory of our lives. And since we are all in this world together, the trajectories of our families, our communities, our countries, and our world. Dr. Lynn is one of my favorite scientists and authors on this subject, as she has spent her career studying victims of trauma and their brains, and how to regrow the brains of these individuals into healthy ones over time through meditation. She has written numerous scientific articles on the subject and a book titled Switch on Your Brain, if you'd like to read it. I'm also happy to share more peer-reviewed, double-blind scientific articles on the subject afterward if you're interested. So since science is proving that our thoughts can either be healthy or unhealthy for us, I'd like you to take the time now to ponder what you think or daydream about the most. Do you constantly rehearse deadlines in your mind making you feel stressed? Or words that people have said that make you feel insecure? Do you doubt yourself and are unmotivated? Or maybe feel like no one is on your side? Do you watch the news and worry about things that are happening to people? Or do you constantly dream about your passions and visualize them occurring? Do you imagine how joyful you will be when you get the dream job or get to spend time with loved ones? Do you imagine being hospitable to those that are less fortunate? Do you complain, or do you always have a grateful attitude? I could go on, but let me first tell you what I've always dreamed about and still do. Before I die, I want to write a book that changes the world, just like Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin did in her day. You may know her as the little lady that started a great war, according to Abraham Lincoln. If you've never read her novel or studied how her book was a catalyst to end slavery in America, I highly recommend that you do. Her words changed the brains of her contemporaries and the trajectory of millions of African Americans today. Her narrative told people that Black Lives Matter, and if she were here now, that slogan would still be her mantra. But let's look at her more closely, because she's just like you and me. She could have said in her day, I'm just a powerless woman, just one person. What can I do to make a difference? As an exhausted mother, she could have decided her plate was already full. In fact, it was in her favor to use people to make her own life easier. It was even popular in her day. So why be the sore one in the room, that loud lobbyist, ruining everyone's fun by bringing up her anti-slavery stance? But instead of giving up, she chose to risk her relationships and reputation so that her dream would be born. And she did it through the power of story. No arguments, no picketing, just a riveting story that she believed she was born to write. Despite having miscarriages, which was a personal suffering she had to experience to feel empathy for slave mothers being separated from their children, she refused to let this baby die too. What, dear graduates, is your baby? This question may seem too big to most of you. Perhaps you don't know why you're here and what you were born to do. So if this is you, dear friend, I'm just here to encourage you to begin to write your story today. And just like Ernest Hemingway wrote, it happens one true sentence at a time. But like I said, it's not going to be easy to flesh out. You may have to see a therapist before you write your first draft, and forgive people who have wronged you, even find value in and work with people that are unlikable or disagree with you. You may have to give thanks when you're suffering, sing when you're empty, and pick yourself up when you fall down. And when you do find what you're meant to contribute, what makes you come alive, you will have to continue to tell yourself that you can impact the world, even if your circumstances are screaming no or display lack. It's the only way the sentences will become meaningful paragraphs and the paragraphs riveting chapters. Aren't you worthy of becoming a good story after all? And I want you to know that I believe in you, not just because science backs it up or because Harriet Beecher Stowe was a rock star. I'm telling you that you can rewire your brain because two ordinary people, my parents who are here today, chose to rewrite their stories when they were your age and in college. Just like you, their families had great qualities as well as some baggage. But they believed with all their heart that despite the divorce, alcoholism, physical abuse, and verbal abuse that existed in their genealogies, that they could focus on the good qualities their parents bestowed upon them, their intellect, artistic talents, business acumen, and charisma, and build something greater. Today they celebrate over 30 years of a happy marriage, have 4 children who are pursuing their dreams, and work at a startup nonprofit organization where 3,000 people meet every week to renew their minds and take action to make this world a better place. They say sorry, cry with people, make mistakes, but every time, just like infants learning to walk, they embrace a million failures but never stop pursuing their mission, which would be the ultimate failure. They keep on giving and giving and giving, and as such, their lives are richly blessed. If they die today, there would be thousands of people at their funeral because they've dedicated their existence to loving people and using their gifts and talents to bring pieces of heaven to earth. In the end, graduates, you too can be successful if you learn how to manage your thoughts and believe in your story. May I even say your fairy tale, and go for it with all your heart despite the naysayers. Despite the current divisions that exist in the world, from Republicans to Democrats, atheists to people of faith, MDs to functional medicine doctors, terrorists to pacifists, you name it, you can overcome. You can be the generation that pursues unity. Because if you were put on this earth to invent a way to remove plastic from our oceans, we need you. If your dream is to find the cure for cancer, we need you. If your goal in life is to simply make good food, to make people laugh, to photograph beauty, we need you to do it. And we need you to never give up or compromise yourself. Like the passionate men who built the great cathedrals of old and knew they would never live to see them finished, may you leave a legacy for others to enjoy. That is worth more than riches. And as you take the time to exercise, meditate, eat right, give to charity, pursue your passions, take risks, think for yourself, and cut out anything that doesn't matter, I hope you become truly beautiful and youthful inside and find a deep love that is deep and lasting. May you be the generation that is done with hopelessness, that are thoughts that are not healthy for your brain, and instead had to work each day feeling fully alive because you believe that what you do counts eternally. The future is about innovation, respect, unity, and positivity. Together, I believe we can do great things. Before I finish, I do have one selfish request to ask of you, and that is that you think about the hat philosophy I mentioned previously when the ceremony today is over, and in joyous exultation you throw off your graduation caps. By doing so, I hope you vow to cast off the hat philosophy and any false narratives of adulthood or even of yourself that may exist, and instead fight to keep your jaw-dropping, gut-wrenching, fun-loving story alive at all costs. Thank you, graduates, for taking the time to listen to me today, and I truly hope that I can return the favor and listen to you, maybe even 10 years from now, and learn about all the dreams you've given birth to despite every obstacle in your path. Fare forward, Voyagers and graduating class of 2017, may you truly be successful and make this world an even better place than you found it. Thank you.
This week, we are graduating 40 students who have served our country as members of the military or National Guard. Many of them have served overseas. We recognize the challenges and hardships of going overseas and then transitioning back home to Rowan to complete their education. Will those students who have served in the military or National Guard please stand to be recognized? We sincerely thank you for your service. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to recognize the graduates who have excelled in their academic studies while here at Rowan. These students are graduating today with honors and fall into 3 levels of achievement. Students graduating cum laude have achieved a grade point average of 3.45 to 3.64. Will those students who are graduating cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating magna cum laude have achieved grade point averages of 3.65 to 3.84. Will those students who are graduating magna cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating summa cum laude, the highest honor, have achieved grade point averages of 3.85 to 4.0. Will those students who have achieved this distinction please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Congratulations to all on your achievements. At this time, I would like to recognize Honors Concentration graduates and our Honor Society members. They are listed in the program and have been recognized at previous ceremonies. Will all of these graduates please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. I would also like to recognize our Medallion Winners from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences and the School of Earth and the Environment. Their names are listed in the program. Will these medallion recipients please come to the front of the stage for a photo with the College of Humanities and Social Sciences Dean, Dr. Nawal Amar, and School of Earth and Environment Dean, Dr. Ken Lacavera. You go down. Thank you and congratulations on all of your achievements.
Okay, now it's your turn, students. I will now recognize the candidates for the master's degree. Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? All of you, unless you don't want your degree. Dr. Newell, will you please certify the master's degree candidates?
Mr. President, the candidates who have successfully met all requirements for the Master of Arts degree are hereby certified by the faculty for the receipt of their degree.
Secretary Posnick, these candidates have been certified as having completed all the requirements for graduation. I present them to you as proper recipients of Master of Arts degree.
Master's degree candidates of the class of 2017 who have been certified as having completed all of the requirements for graduation by the authority vested in me as Secretary of the Rowan University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the Master of Arts degree with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Thank you. I will now recognize the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Will all the candidates for bachelor's degree please rise? That means every one of you, the rest of you. Dr. Newell, will you please certify the bachelor's degree candidates?
Mr. President, the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, and Bachelor of Science degrees are hereby certified by the faculty for receipt of their degrees.
Secretary Posnick, these candidates have been certified as having completed all the requirements for graduation. I present them to you as proper recipients of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, and Bachelor of Science degrees.
Members of the class of 2017 who have been certified as having completed all of the requirements for graduation by the authority vested in me as Secretary of the Rowan University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, and Bachelor of Science degrees with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of you. Please be seated.
Congratulations and good afternoon again. This is my first commencement ceremony as the Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences at Rowan University. I want to congratulate the graduates for their achievements. Today, you join a small group of Americans who have a university degree. 32% of Americans hold a bachelor's degree from a university. You have done so through your individual hard work, perseverance, and many sacrifices. You have done this with a lot of support as well. Support from your parents, grandparents, significant others, spouses, siblings, friends, and of course your professors and other Rowan University staff. Don't forget to give them a big hug in gratitude after the ceremony is over. I'm sure that everyone sitting on the podium, including all our esteemed guests, agree with me that commencement is the most exciting, enjoyable, and memorable time for us at the university. This is such a fun time that I often have said to myself and others, I wish we could bottle up the vibes and energy here today, so when things get tough during the academic year, and they do, we can just open the jar and remind ourselves why we do what we do as educators. The majority of this graduating class are what we call millennials, a term used for people born between 1980 and 2000. Fareed Zakaria, a famous journalist and author, in a 215 book in defense of a liberal education, notes that there are many negative and nasty charges against this group of college students, the millennials. While the baby boomer generation, I'm one of them, is charged as being the me generation, a Time magazine article called Millennials the me generation. The charge that a generation is somehow unserious and selfish is not new, but has been with us since 700 BCE. The issue relevant here for you, the millennials, is that this picture is not true. Zakaria again describes how research studies have shown millennials to be high achievers, both inside and outside college, not only in terms of attaining financial comfort, but also with respect to higher ambitions. He says millennials seek to become community leaders, help others who are in difficulty, and interestingly enough, make a theoretical contribution to science, and none of those are signs of selfishness. Therefore, according to the data we have, millennials, you are a generation that cares, and according to Scott Hess, a marketing expert, you are leaning forward, engaged, inclusive, and tolerant. And as of today, you are among the educated leaders of this engaged, tolerant, and unselfish millennial generation. So to borrow from among the wisest in our American literary tradition, Dr. Seuss, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. Remember, as you choose, do not be afraid to fail, because Winston Churchill said to us, the late Prime Minister of England, success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Finally, I leave you with some more Dr. Seuss advice from his book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will, indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kids, you'll move mountains. And good luck and congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Stephen Fleming, and I'm the Assistant Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. This year, the College of Humanities and Social Sciences is proud to recognize two recipients of the Excellence in Teaching Award. Voted and selected by students within our college, these faculty members have demonstrated a commitment to students inside and outside of the classroom, innovative teaching approaches, and a passion for their content area. Will Jeffrey Schwartz and Dr. Ann Pluta please join me at the lectern? Both winners will receive professional development funds. As I present our winners with a plaque in recognition of their achievement, please join me in congratulating them as the recipients of the 2017 Chess Excellence in Teaching Awards.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Larry Butler, Associate Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. It is my privilege to recognize a group of departing students for their outstanding achievements during their careers here at Rowan. The College of Humanities and Social Sciences recently honored a number of outstanding graduates at the Dean's Seniors of Distinction recognition ceremony. I would ask all of them to please rise. These graduating seniors were selected by the faculty of their respective programs as exemplifying the finest qualities of their disciplines. Congratulations. Next, I would like to recognize a longtime faculty member who retired this year, Dr. Sonia Spencer. Dr. Spencer was a member of the Foreign Languages and Literatures faculty for more than 26 years, specializing in French. Dr. Spencer was chair of the department for more than a decade. In her time at Rowan, Dr. Spencer served on and chaired many university committees and mentored countless students who remain in touch with her. She worked closely with CHAS's pre-tenured faculty and brought 10 foreign language teaching assistants to Rowan from China through the Fulbright Foundation. Dr. Spencer, could you please stand as we applaud you? And all of our dedicated faculty in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Kenneth Lacovara, the founding dean of the School of Earth and Environment. Graduates of the School of Earth and Environment, environmental studies majors, GIS majors, geography majors, and planning majors. Congratulations. Well done. You are the first class of graduates from the School of Earth and Environment, and we could not be more proud. Thank you. All of you have dedicated yourselves to seeking and understanding the connections that bind this world together. All of you take a global view, and all of you have seen just how small and fragile our planet really is. The explorer geographer Alexander von Humboldt cautioned us that the most dangerous worldviews are the worldviews of those who have never viewed the world. That is not you. You have learned to take a broad view of this planet, and you have seen the threats that we all face, such as global warming and sea level rise, and environmental degradation and loss of biodiversity, just to name a few. And you know that we need to win these fights. But as Al Gore reminds us, it matters a lot how fast we win them. There is no time for despair. We need to take action, and we need to take action now. And I know that all of you graduates are going to rise to this challenge. I know that all of you, whether you're entering the workforce or off to graduate school or going on an adventure, are going to work for the rest of your lives to make this planet a better place. You've seen through the eyes of your professors the promise of a better future, of greener cities and sustainable food supplies, of truly green energy, and of smart planned growth. We can do this. You can do this. And wherever you go, graduates, please know that you're always welcome back here. Rowan University will always be your academic home. And finally, I'd like to leave you with another quote by that wise Dr. Seuss. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Congratulations. Thank you. Go make us proud.
Good afternoon. I'm Eddie Guerra, Dean's Fellow for the School of Earth and Environment. It is my privilege to acknowledge the School of Earth and Environment Seniors of Distinction. These students were selected by the faculty of the respective programs and exemplify the finest qualities of their disciplines. Their names are indicated in the program. Will these students please rise and be recognized? Congratulations.
It's now time to proceed to the presentation of graduates. We will start with the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Each of our graduates will be called individually by program, beginning with students earning master's degrees and then proceeding with students earning their bachelor's degrees today. For the presentation of graduates, in a couple of minutes, I will turn the microphone over to Dr. Catherine Parrish. Over there, okay. Before Dr. Parrish begins, though, I would like to ask all family members to remain in their seats so that you will not obstruct the view of others or get in the way of our students, since we have more than 500 graduates. A professional photographer will take 3 photos of our students, one before they cross the stage, another as they shake hands with me or with Dr. Lacavora, and a third at the bottom of the stage. The students have been given contact information to have the proofs mailed to them. Also, you are welcome to take photos in front of the platform stage at the conclusion of the ceremony. And now, the moment we all have been waiting for, the reading of names.
We will start with the graduates of the master's programs. Master of Arts in Criminal Justice, Dr. Wanda Foglia, Program Coordinator. Chris Fernandez. Lindsay Federer. Richard Martin. Nikel McRae.
Just read them as soon as they get there. Read their names. As long as there's a couple on the sheet, it's fine. We're not going to be able to go slow.
Jamie Richardson. Master of Arts in History, Dr. Scott Marchauser, Program Coordinator. Patrick Murnane. Somil Prasad. And now, graduate from our bachelor's degree programs. Africana Studies, Dr. Emily Blank, Interim Program Coordinator. Mia Hassan. Cato Yancey. Anissa Smith. Nicole Doland. Dana Cafone. Crystal Eustavenis. Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, Dr. Damon Miller, Program Coordinator. Jeffrey Dever. Department of Economics, Dr. Natalie Reeves, Department Chair. Jermaine Ware. Matthew Giordano. Robert Fiorello. Michael Askins. Ryan Rossi. Samuel Battisti. Alicia Guzman. Whitney Apo. Sarah McCullough. David Cranston. Joseph Dafsick. Jordan Braxton. Joseph Seawood, Jr. Ting Duan. John Vu. Department of English, Dr. Joseph Colomb. Robert Hennifer. Patrick Mulranen. Michael McGahey. Joseph Jordan. Gabrielle Bryceland. Devin Foster. Daniel Barone. William Marshevsky. Caitlin Pilarski. Jenna Makowitz. Megan Orm. Tiffany Ritchie. Nicholas Enterbartolo. Paul Murphy. Alberta Billups. Elizabeth Santucci. Emily Pagan. Molly White. Shannon Kane. Sarah Junich. Tyler Meyerhoff. Kira Boyle. Christina Miller. Patricia Siddall. Gina Rosano. Fawn Kiernan. Zachary Sminky. James Lewis. Shannon McGlynn. Alyssa McLaney. Shayna McManus. Natalie Poyer. Alexandria Salvatore. Timothy Jones. Timothy Haas. Nina Abate Matera. Kevin Costill. McKenna Coffey. Matthew King. Kristen Giles. Danielle D'Amelio. Dominique Lacantor. Victoria DeLuzio. Christina Dustman. Kayla Marie Fratello. Daniel Stanton Davis. Ariana Nicole Heinz. Nicole Catherine Colonna. Daniel Aloysius Knighton. Michael D'Agostino. Sandra Pearls. Okay. General Studies, Dr. Danielle Goujon, Program Coordinator. Cody Carpenter. Aaron Graham. Marina Denovi. Brittany Cogan. Ryan Murphy. Billy Kwok. Maura Trotman. Sergio Correa Jr. Ryan Wenzel. Joshua Alexander Daniels. Ronald Solomoni. Brandon Gamelli. Adam Levinson. Kirsten Powell. Esper Kanawati. History Department, Dr. Joy Wiltenberg, Department Chair. Mark Patterson. Joshua T. Knighton. Paul Gaywin. Michael Rivera. Gerald John Rugletic III. Precious Angel Goodwin. Nia Lloyd. Jessica Schillinger. Chera Slater. Chelsea Jeffrey. Emily? Yep. Joshua Borelli. Yeah, Josh. Joseph Bilson. Jonathan Leong. John Hansen. Zachary Bear. Nicholas Buckley. Sasha Rafinsky. Sarah Yoakum. Amy Osterhout. Dana Rickle. Riley Ferry. Alexandria Parker. Dalton Woodward. Paul Esposito, Jr. George Macy. Helen Bowe. Danielle Palazzolo. Brian Monticello. James Witkowski. Scott Dorsey. Benjamin Brendlinger. Dylan Lazar. Robert J. Jack. Robert Regler. Lauren Krupinski. Matthew Roberts. Saranda Carpuzzi. Jessica Brennan. Amanda Bendorf. Justin Scrifari. Jacqueline Smith. Nathan Smith. Adam Verna. David Diaz. John Doherty. Nicoletta Malace. Tyler J. Bonnart. Sean Simon. Joseph Canning. Jesse Akoff. Kelly Zielinski. Carla Morales. Amanda Crisilla. International Studies, Dr. Corey Blake, Program Coordinator. Falon Liagma Tapsoba. Zane Joseph. Marissa Ditkoff. Hannah Simmons. Chloe Ridley. Excellent. Okay, let him catch up a bit. Okay. Human Services, Professor Loretta Mooney, Program Coordinator. Courtney Yolanda Tyler. Okay. Liberal Studies, Professor Sharon McCann, Program Coordinator. Andrew Posnick. Desiree Elizabeth Bisaga. Nicole Lynn Hutchinson. Alexandra Tiffany Green. Morgan Hepler. Marissa Lynn Jaworski. Shelley Nicole Spencer. Mark Gazik. Carrie Ann Becker. Mary Ellen Paisani. Ebony Carter. Paige Davis. Frank Bobo. Sajad Khan Pathan. Nayalis Perez. Alyssa Nicole Gonzalez. Sarah McClellan. Nia Robinson. Kaylin Radke. Elizabeth Catherine Hunt. Anna Frias. Ryan Venezia. Lindsay Miller. Jamie Salzman. Santina Palmieri. Jordan Lowe. Jonathan Madera. William Tyler. Marie E. Jackman. Tammy M. Walker. Backed up. Linda Vanetta White. Erin Joy Jones. Gianna Casio. Connor George Wilson. Gabrielle Bellino. Michelle Joanna O'Sullivan. Christina Adelman. Monique Little. Yaba Aqua. Caitlin Kramer. Matthew Colomecco. Christopher Hoskins. Jason Conway. Frank J. Ranieri. Frank Beafor. Marquise Cotton. Thomas Gallagher. Marissa Cartier. Daniel Morales. Matthew Hubin. Anthony Messina. Audrey Wilkinson. Brenda Lopez. Jenna Kober. Christina Martin. Nicholas Maranzano. Lisa Murray Scarfo. Brooke Wagner. Calera Harris. Joy Kudla. Deshaun Waller. Nick Schober. Corey Schnee. Alex Quartararo. Jacob Tasker. Richard Trin Wynn. Maria Nucci. Rebecca Amos Abenyi. Tiara Knock. Ashley Richardson. Blake Walsh. Reina Hernandez. Brandy Johnson. Janae Toole. Victoria Marcacci. Brian K. Jones. Emily Beach. Bruno Tabola. Matthew Meads. Emily Lyons. Eric Blackwell. Latina T. Gaines. Modern Languages and Linguistics, Dr. Marilyn Manley, Department Chair, Department of Foreign Language and Literature. Matthew Ford. Mariella Capellan. Christina Terry. Spanish, Dr. Lori Kaplis-Howald, Associate Professor, Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures. Thomas Prats, Jr. Kaylee Anna Mulligan. Trisha Thompson. Kayla Elwell. Diana Reboyar. Alma Trivers. Kimberly Ellen Kerr. Oscar Lopez. Allison Wurzbicki. Ana Sanchez Hernandez. Chelsea Jeffries. Philosophy and Religion Studies, Dr. Ellen Miller, Department Chair. Brandon Fishbaum. Jack Quigley. Danielle Ryer. Elliot Burmel. Dylan Merriman. Argenis Cruz. Angel Moreno. Okay. Law and Justice Studies, Dr. Michael Weiss, Department Chair. Michael Campson. Joseph Fosolaro. Jeffrey Hale. William Abrams. Aaron Gross. Tyler Wilton. Christopher Lamb. Laura Casasbuenos. Liam Garrity. Jacqueline Pascal. Thomas Tremonton. Nicholas Niester. Nico Zampelli. Andrew Kravetsky. Kenneth Arthur. Carl Joseph Bernardo. Allison Grady. Robert Zentner. Kelly Gretner. Mark Tohansen. Evan Fry. Michael Nicolosi. Christopher Fiorella. Richie Sandoval. Robert Murawski. Sean Lightbody. Richard DiArcangelo. Glenn David Coles, Jr. John Meyer. William Cheedy. Brandy Christina Legion. Rashawn Green. Elizabeth Mitchell. Daniel Osorio Duque. Marco Fernandez. Philip Jeppy. Kyle Beatty. Glenn Brown Plummer. Nija Roberts. Stephanie Jimenez Rivera.
How you gonna scroll in snap? First 10 seconds, snap, pass the photos.
Scarly Bello Rodriguez.
You're smart. I'm doing the same thing. First 10 seconds.
Michael Garcia. Tatiana Hill.
Yeah! All right.
Tykara Mobley. Tyson Still. Khalif Hampton. Ashley Matthews. Emily Diana. Ashley Pankowitz. James Agee. Raymond Perez. Dior Hightower. David Benjamin II. Chase Tyrone Tolliver. Bailey Vasquez. Kimberly Paelle. Lexus Matos. Amir Kent. Tatiana Moore. Ngozi Marie Obulu. Kanisha Lynn Love. Michael Mazzoni. Cheyenne Mattis. Emily Greenberg. Lina Rivera. Michelle Algarin Lubrant. Kim Gonzalez. Tanasia Emery. Michael Ramirez.
Hi, Mom.
Stephen Passarella. William Kessel. Autumn Mayberry. Rachel Haynes. Lucas Picaric. George Nessler. John Robert Halliday. Kyle Pacheco. Reginald Payne. John Young. James Deschler, Jr. Kyle Nitty. Michael Joseph Gabriel. John Paul Locasio. Ryan Henry Floor. Ryan McGurl. Kevin Boyle. Colleen Curry. Brittany Murray. Shannon Mackler. Ricardo Giuseppe Toto. Thomas Joseph Kavalchik. Dahlia Van Dorick. Andrew Simpson. Drew Wilhelm. John Gerner. Luke Curran. Lynn Obercare. Brooke Monroe. Carl Hickey. Brent Stager. Safir Qureshi. Richard Hoffman. Danielle Durham. Tammy L. Robinson. Leanne Michelle Cruz. Melissa Traeger. Rebecca Vanneman. Wes DeVoy. Thomas Brunel. Corey Pinkney. Cole Duffy. Matthew Mullen. Charles Kidd Jr. Philip Shiki IV. Ishmael Santiago. Vincenzo Abalo. Matthew Kasari. Michael Musey. Christopher Matral. Sarah Pleat. James Anderson. Christine Anderson Rush. Shanine Datz. Nicholas Gallietta. Sage Southard. Sarah Griffin. Jesse Schaefer. Todd Jarrell. Frank Malecki III. Kevin Lenart. Adrian Skorka. Claudia Maria Rodriguez. Cody German. Matthew Siddall. Eric Trejo. Justin Stevens Glover. Joe Nathan Booker III. Marvin Lee. Jordan Patricia DiLorenzo. Brielle Rigolano. Kyle Welsh. Megan Turner. James Henry Monahan. Matthew Marzocca. Michael Archer. Political Science, Dr. Katrinka Samdal-Sands, Associate Professor, Department of Political Science and Economics. Thomas Lynch. Nadia Simon. Kashmir Rying. Brittany O'Neill. Manny De La Rosa. Nicholas Stash Spadaro. Lania Motley. Emily McGrath. Robert Vasquez. Kevin Dunphy. Jake Ginsburg. Robert DiBernardi. Justin Rochelle. Isabella Combong. John Malone Hare. Natalia Ibarra. Ian Richard Hauk. EJ Bongard. Sarah Connor. Keisha Fuqua. Lola Adedeji. Ian Abernathy. Emerald Shea. Danielle Davis. Morgan Sechelle. Department of Sociology, Dr. James Abbott Chair. Gina DeCesar. Emma Kate Shamingo. Melissa Knowles. Dalina Din. Jasmine Johnson. Carolina Reza. Gabriela Castro. Sarah Nussbaum. Lindsay Farrar. Morgan Billmeyer. Arislady Blanco. Madeline Mota Mejia. Tara Michelle Melvin Jr. Jonathan Schumann. Victoria Harvey. Caitlin Lemasevsky. Leonard Sinelli. Kiana Holloway. Sata Gall. Taquasia Randolph. Tahira Salame Adullah. Christopher O'Connor. Miranda Alexa Reed. Precious Faith Zapata. Evelisa Figueroa. Kadridra Harrison. Valestine Adams. Gloria Taylor. Sarah Poole. Maya Younes. Andrew Dodd. Camille Wilson. Brianne Gross. Nicola Krieger. Latasia Pipes. Lisa Marie Calabrese. Teresa Mailer. Elizabeth Swernick. Sean Raimundo. Cecilia Sangyang. Dana Passerini. Jessica Higgins. Candace Butler. Nija Roll. Itzel Redondo. Evie Tolentino. Anna N. Wilson. John Joseph Barr. Joe Michael Cabrera. Shane Patrick Brown. Justin Blom. Caitlin Boyd. Janae D. Gamble.
Now it's time for the presentation of the graduates from the School of Earth and Environment. Dr. Eddie Guerra will call each of our graduates individually.
I'd like to introduce the Chair of Department of Geography, Planning, and Sustainability, Dr. Patrick Crumrun. Geography major? We'll first be introducing the geography majors. Jessica Groff. Derek Marion Waters.
And then go ahead and just rattle them off.
What's that? Thank you. Samantha Maharaj. Thank you. Heather Vaughn. Gregory Euclid. Sebastian Lajoka. Eric Watson. Stephen Millard. Jill Bennett. Megan Schaefer. Michael Brine. Geographical Informational Science. Noah Berkowitz. Dan Bruchet. Vincent Ulata. Tom DeBon. Jared Powell. Monica Leva. Now we have our planning majors. Randy Gonzalez. Kenneth Walker. Pedro Andres Rodriguez. Luis. All right. Luis Orlando Clavijo. All environmental studies? All right. I'd like to introduce our environmental studies majors, starting with Robert Drobish. Rachel Hollingsworth. Matthew Betton. Nicholas Murphy. Casey Hennessy. Samantha DeMeglio. Ryan Hamblin. Philip Moore. Jessica McGrath. John Patrick Murray. Tyler Timko. Caitlin Barakat. Christopher Ale. Take our time on this. And finally, Stacy Hart Warner.
Would we have one last big round of applause for our graduates? Congratulations. Well, Mr. Daniel Cardona, please join me. SGA President, he'll be joining me at the lectern.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, my name is Daniel Cardona, and I had the privilege of serving as president for the Student Government Association this past year. I'd like to take a second to thank Dr. Hushman, the Board of Trustees and the faculty, administration and staff for giving us great opportunities, an education that will change our lives, and for helping us blossom into the semi-adults we are today. Classmates, if you're like me, you have been dreaming about this day for a while. Now, I'm not talking about all the pomp and circumstance or the inspirational speeches. I'm talking about sprinting across the stage, snatching your diploma, and leaving all the assignments, books, and papers behind you. Don't get me wrong, classes were great. Well, some were great. They were okay. Before this all becomes official, it is my job to take you for a short stroll down memory lane. It's all gone by so quickly. It's worth the pause. Remember how nervous you were checking into your residence hall for the first time? Or driving to campus that very first day of school? How about locating those oddly named buildings like Bozorth or Winians, Savitz, Savitz, I still don't know how to say it. How about driving in circles looking for a parking spot on campus? Well, that was last week. How about taking music appreciation, thinking, what could possibly be an easier elective, and then getting absolutely crushed? How about easy mac and cheese? Nothing better. Ramen noodles. And my favorite, the Domino's 2 for $5.99 deal. How about that wacky sweetmate? Or the student that asked all the questions in class? All right, I'm going downhill. How about some of the good memories? Like those iconic professors who changed your life? Perhaps Dr. Stanley Yeldell? Sandra Joy? And Wanda Foglia? Or the professional staff who are there for you every day, like Drew Tinnen, Chris D'Angelo, and Suhai Johnson. The list goes on. To them and all of those who spent time molding us, thank you. All this thinking about the past is fun, but it's time to move on. I have to admit, however, I am a bit nervous. It's not the bad kind of nervous, but the good kind. The kind you feel before taking a test you know you're going to do well on. The nervous you feel when you have to meet new people or go to a new place. While I'm nervous, I'm not worried though, and nor should you be. You've been taught by the best and earned an education that will open many doors during our lifetime and take us very far. It's taken hard work and perseverance, but most of all, it's taken great courage. Be proud of your accomplishments and the education you have earned. Most of all, be true to your school. Thank you, Rowan. Before we turn the tassel on our caps as we sit here in front of a building facing the wrong way, let me leave you with a quote that has guided me well during the years and will certainly help all of us as we move on to new jobs and new adventures. It's from the great American philosopher, Benjamin Mee. Yes, the Benjamin Mee from the movie We Bought a Zoo. You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come of it. Congratulations, class of 2017. Will all bachelor degree graduates please rise for the tossing of the tassel from right to left? Please join me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All bachelor degree graduates may be seated.